gotta be kidding me. What are you doing?
I'm giving you a ticket.
For what?
For one, you're parked illegally, and two, your lights aren't on.
You can clearly see I'm a police officer. I'm here on official police business.
What does that mean?
It means I'm on police business. I can park wherever I want.
This is ridiculous.
Feet in.
This is bullshit.
Hey y'all, it's your boy Stone. Let's unpack something that's been making its rounds on the internet. There's a viral body cam video going around that looks like a cop who gets a ticket from a parking enforcement worker, gets in his feelings, and arrests her. Now listen, it feels good to watch. Feels like karma. But let's keep it real. It's not. The video comes from a YouTube channel called Body Cam Declassified, and even they admit in their disclaimer that some of their videos are quote-unquote reenactments for entertainment purposes. Translation, it's faked, scripted, acted, produced. But here's the twist. It might be inspired by a real story that most people probably never even heard about. Back in 2006, a black woman named Jacqueline Fegan was working as a parking enforcement supervisor in Chicago. She issued a legitimate parking ticket to a cop who was illegally parked his van. The officer, real salty about it, told her to avoid the ticket. She stood on her ground. Next thing she knew, the offending officer, Robert Reed, and 3 other individuals arrested her for stroking their ego. No viral video, no justice porn, just humiliation and cuffs for her doing her job. But Jacqueline fought back. She sued the city of Chicago, and in 2009, she won $1.5 million. That's documented. Federal court cases, Fegan versus Reed. Look it up. She was represented by Loftus and Estenberg, a Chicago law firm. Unfortunately, the actions of Henry Reed were not properly served. That case was treated as a civil case rather than criminal. Body cams were not yet present in the police department and did not get enacted until around 2015. This case happened in 2009. Now pause and think. Why is a fake video going viral but real cases where a black woman stood up to abuse of power and won gets no love? Why now? Because this isn't just about one video. It's about misinformation being weaponized. Left versus right, race versus race, truth versus illusion. This isn't new, especially when it comes to black communities. In the 1960s and 70s, the FBI had a program that sent fake letters to black leaders to pin them against each other. Huey Newton versus Ilridge Cleaver. False letters, paranoia, chaos. Rumors spread that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had communist ties and was morally corrupt to undercut his legitimacy. In the 80s, they told America crack was a black crime problem. Meanwhile, CIA-connected drug rings were flooding our neighborhoods. In 1988, they ran the William Horton ad.
Dukakis on crime. Bush supports the death penalty for first-degree murderers. Dukakis not only opposes the death penalty, he allowed first-degree murderers to have weekend passes from prison. One was Willie Horton, who murdered a boy in a robbery, stabbing him 19 times. Despite a life sentence, Horton received 10 weekend passes from prison. Horton fled, kidnapped a young couple, stabbing the man and repeatedly raping his girlfriend. Weekend prison passes. Dukakis on crime.
A coded message that said, black men equal danger. It scared white voters and helped launch mass incarceration. And in 2016, Russian troll farms made fake pro-black pages, pushed "don't vote, the system is rigged" narratives, and use our pain to divide us. Same playbook, new technology. It's been in place since the very beginning. Just look at the so-called Willie Lynch letter, the making of a slave. Now, whether the letter was literally real or metaphorical, the blueprint inside, still very real. In the letter, Willie Lynch, an alleged British slave owner who, fun fact, allegedly lynching derives from his name, lays out a method on to control enslaved Africans for generations by turning them against one another. It said, divide them by age versus youth, light skin versus dark skin, male versus female. Sound familiar? Now it's not overseers using it, it's algorithm and clickbait, feeding us script, fake justice clips to distract us from real stories and real movements that push us forward. Because if we're too busy fighting each other, we're too tired to fight the system. So when a staged video pops up like this, right when the country's already at each other's throats, it's not entertainment, it's a strategy, it's distraction, and it's conditioning. Don't fall for the bait. This is your boy Stone, and if you believe in real justice, real history, and real accountability, share this. Always remember, the realest things in your timeline might not be what it looks like.